Ladies and gentlemen, now was it a mistake for William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, to appoint Ezekiel Machogu as the CS for education? You know, one of the formulas that William Ruto used while appointing these cabinet secretaries was the rewarding system. So William Ruto went ahead and made sure that the leaders or the politicians who stood by his side, who were very much loyal to him, those were the people who he appointed first, who were the first priority to be appointed in his government. And so Ezekiel Machogu, who is the CS for education, happened to be one of the loyal leaders or one of the loyal supporters of Dr. William Ruto. And that is why William Ruto went ahead and rewarded him with that position of the CS for education. And after this CS were appointed and they were sworn in there in parliament, in State House, and they actually took an oath of office, William Samuel Ruto went ahead and gave them a warning that they must work hard and they must deliver. If they don't deliver, they will have to face Dr. William Samuel Ruto. So, in my considered opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the rewarding system that, or the formula that William Ruto used is actually a good thing. And I really, really support that formula. But if William Ruto was not very much careful, the rewarding system may end up to be very dangerous formula, and it can cost this country. I'm saying this simply because it may have some of the repercussions. And one of the repercussions is that you may end up using the reward system to give or to appoint somebody on a certain position or in a certain field, but it happens that this person is not very much related to that environment. So this person may end up, failing or committing several mistakes on that department, like what is happening right now in the education sector. You know, the education department is a very, very sensitive department, and it is not a department you can joke with, because you must understand that you are dealing with parents, you are dealing with the students, and you are also dealing with the teachers. And that is why right now, as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, majority of parents here in Kenya are really much against the CBC, because Kenyans or parents actually go through a lot of pain so that they can ensure that their children or the students can get a better education. So it is a very sensitive docket there. So Ezekiel Machogu messed up recently. You know, he made up some statements which were very much annoying, and it caused a lot of tension here in the country. At first, I thought that, the media had misquoted his statement, but I followed up so much on that matter, and I came to notice that actually it was actually the truth. The media quoted as the way it is, and it did not misquote his statement. So let me just try and show you on the screen so that you can understand what I'm trying to talk about here. So Ezekiel Machogu was making some various statements, and this is what he said, that the universities must generate their own income, because the exchequer as it is now is not going to continue funding anymore. That is the statement that Ezekiel Machogu made, which caused a lot of pain, a lot of tension, and it was very much annoying. One thing you must understand about this statement made by Ezekiel Machogu is that Ezekiel Machogu was targeting, in this statement, he was mainly targeting the public universities and the colleges, that they must have their own independent source of revenue or source of income. And one thing you must understand is that this question or this statement does not target the students in one way or another. So the students are not targeted in this statement. Therefore, their finance or their financial sources will still remain the same, like the hellblown. It will not affect the hellblown. So he was mainly targeting the structure or the universities. So what he's trying to say here is that, but according to my understanding, according to this statement made by Machogu, is that even if he is not targeting the students, but if the universities or the colleges goes ahead and come up with a structure on how they will come up with their own source of income, it will affect the students in one way or another. Because first of all, the universities will now come up with various ways on introducing some money, increasing some revenues from the students. So if it goes ahead and generate their own source of income, they can generate their own source of income from the students. So therefore, it will also affect the students. So this statement actually caused a lot of tension, and even the leader of the university students gave Ezekiel Machogu less than 24 hours so that he can withdraw these statements. And today, ladies and gentlemen, Ezekiel Machogu went ahead after he noticed that, this statement is actually costing his department. He went ahead and apologized, and this is what he said. Let me just show you on the screen that nobody ever said that the university funding will be done away with. Government is supporting universities, and it will continue to support them through capitation. Government will never stop funding the universities. So that is now another statement made by Ezekiel Machogu today. And you can clearly tell that this statement, this recent statement by Ezekiel Machogu, is actually a U-turn. He has made a U-turn. He's saying something else from the previous statement. This actually shows that Ezekiel Machogu is confused. He does not know, he does not have a stand. He does not make a statement which he can rely on. He is very much confused. Now the question here is, in a situation like this one, whereby as the president, one of your CS goes ahead and mess up, what is the action that we are likely to expect from Dr. William Samoei Ruto? Should he go ahead and fire Ezekiel Machogu and remove him from that post? Because it clearly shows that, he does not understand what he's talking about. So should William Ruto go ahead and, fire this guy? Because majority of Kenyans online are very much complaining. They are telling William Ruto to go ahead and remove this guy from that department. But is that a solution to it? Before we go into deeper details of this video, because I just want to be brief, if you're watching this video for the first time, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can also recommend my channel to reach out to other people and to my subscribers also. I just want to take this opportunity, guys, to thank you so much for your continued support. Actually, I'm not taking that for granted. So you can also press that notification bell so that each and every time I upload a video on this platform, YouTube will automatically notify you guys. Otherwise, just for your information, that each and every day you must find a video on this platform. So thank you so much as you support me by subscribing. In my considered opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the next action that William Ruto should do, one, he must ensure that he gives time to Ezekiel Machogu so that he can learn and understand, to give him space. And at least, encourage this guy, because Ezekiel Machogu, must understand that even William Ruto was in that docket before. He was once a minister for education. After he was fired from being a minister for agriculture by Raila Amolo Odinga, he was taken by the former president, or the retired president Mwai Kibaki, and he was appointed as the minister for agriculture for education. So William Ruto understands very well this department of education. So I think Ezekiel Machogu should seek guidance from Dr. William Ruto. Also, William Ruto went ahead recently and appointed the PS for education. This guy called, Belio, is it Belio Kipsang? Somebody who has, a lot of experience in that sector. So Ezekiel Machogu, as the CS for education, he should go and seek guidance from Belio, the PS for education. Belio, this guy Belio, the PS for education, worked with Fred Matiang'i when he was the CS for education. So he worked under Fred Matiang'i. He also worked with the former CS for education, Magoha. So he has survived all this period of time. So he understands so much. He has that experience. Therefore, Ezekiel Machogu should seek guidance from those guys. And also, take time and learn these things instead of, just getting up and talking the way he wants. The second thing that Dr. William Samuel Ruto should go ahead and do, he should call for a meeting. I personally believe that William Ruto should call a meeting and talk to his CS, because I think his CS have been talking too much. He should explain to them that the period for, campaign period is also over. So it's time to work to the people of the Republic of Kenya. That is why even Musalia Mudavadi was talking recently, and he made some statements. They are very good statements, that the campaign period is now over. Let us stop blame game and work for the people of the Republic of Kenya. So I think William Ruto should also convene a meeting to the CS, explain to them that it is now time. Before you make a statement, make sure that you go through it, you digest it, and you weigh how people will take that statement. I think that is the way to go as the President of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know what you think. Should William Ruto go ahead and fire this guy? And do you support Ezekiel Machogu that the universities should not be funded by the government? Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys.